darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jessica Capella here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watching one of my videos. If you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and take some time out to support my channel and my work by clicking on the subscribe button and give it a like if this resonates with you. For those of you, my Capella members, you are the most amazing people on the planet. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. I'm so glad you were part of my circle, my Capella circle. If you're interested in a personal reading, or if you want to set for an awesome Capella membership, which you can learn more about in the end of the video, check out the description box below, or you can go to capellawellness.com and check out the amazing things I have to offer, along with my very, very impactful Capella memberships. Lastly, if you would like to support the work that I do and my channel, you can do so by submitting a donation or choosing an item from my wish list. More information about where those things are, how you can donate, how you can access my wish list on Amazon, those are in the description box below. Okay, just scroll down further and you'll see the links to where you can make a donation and where you can view my wish list. All right, if you do choose any one of those options to support me and my channel and the work that I do, may that be returned to you tenfold. I wish you guys a wonderful week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are well. I send you much love and many blessings as I always do, and I hope you are having a good week. Make the most of it. What we're going to do here, Cancer, is we're going to see what your current theme is for the week, what you need to focus on, what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. We're then going to get guidance on how to best navigate these energies, what your weekly tip, your wellness tip of the week is. And lastly, we're going to look into what is coming to you within love, okay? I do want to mention I am offering my holiday sale early, 20% off all of my services, everything, letters from your counterparts, your counterpart check-ins, your divine feminine check-ins, your compatibility charts, your birth charts, the 10-minute readings, the 30-minute, whether it's live or not, that's your card. Anything. Use holiday 20 at checkout when you book a reading, and you can book as many as you want with the coupon code. You can even book reading services in advance, okay? So we have plants, we've got growth, we've got earth energy here, and we have you at the bottom of the deck with water, creation. All right, it's time for you to create. I always see the Queen of Cups with this. In order for you to be more at peace, Cancer, it's time for you to create more. All right, have head-heart balance. Don't be fully immersed, falling into an abyss in this water, okay? Have your head above it, but still be tapped in to your creativity, to your intuition. This is trusting your intuition, listening to it, and not second guessing that, okay? You guys are water, so there could be a tendency to be overly watery, if that makes sense, but this is time to have a balance between earth and water, okay? And we always need to water the plants, do we not? Flowers don't grow without the rain. Plants don't grow without water. So there's something here about nourishment awesome that I'm getting for you. Maybe you literally need to drink more water. Maybe others of you literally need to water your plants. Okay? I mean, anything comes out in these readings. So there's something about you are not adding what is necessary to the growth of your soul, your spiritual growth, okay? This is about you really tending to that garden. I see 7 of Pentacles with this. So there's also this energy of maybe you need to surround yourself more with plants in your home, because it does help with the oxygen levels in the home. It also helps to ground you. It also helps to provide some sort of environment where you're connected more to nature, right? Try to put as many live plants as you can, and maybe even with the fake plants you can put it around too, but it's kind of helping you to be more in a natural environment. It could also help to ground you. All right, it could also very well help you to balance your emotions, because maybe your emotions are running high right now. But there's something about getting to a state of balance, not letting your emotions run the best to make run you over. No, what are they trying to say? don't let your emotions get the best of you. Because I see the shadow side and the Queen of Cups with this too. Irrational, melancholic, someone who's too much up in their feelings and they're driven by their emotions all day, every day, instead of putting some sort of logic into it. You really need to focus more on balancing that. There's a lot of grounding I'm getting with this. Also changing your environment, like I talked about, surrounding yourself with plants, with flowers, with nature, spending more time in nature. The earth signs, all earth signs that I just did, all had guidance on connecting with nature. That is also for some of you too. Okay? And again, something about nourishment, taking better care of your health, your ecosystem, your soul, all right? You've got to water those plants, whether it's literally or figuratively. 19 is the card here. This may be significant to you. Maybe you're 19 years old, or maybe 19 was the number of a jersey or something like that. 19th place in line. I don't know where that came from, but if you also look at this card, they're the antlers of, is this, I don't think it's a deer. It could be a moose, but I don't know. But look at the antlers. They're sparkling, they're glowing. There could be something about a tree glowing. Maybe you like glowy trees or glowy plants, where there's something about the magic with this growth, okay? When you are evolving, you're starting to see the magic within you. You start to see how you can create your own world. You start to see how you flourish, right? It's like the magic of how plants grow. You put a seed into the ground, you water it, you make sure it's fertilized, you make sure it has sunlight. And then all you see, God works in mysterious ways, where that little seed becomes the apple tree, becomes the flower. Right? There's magic in that. And that same symbolism, Cancer, there's magic within you when you are growing, when you are evolving. This is you. It's time for you to blossom. It's time for you to see the magic within yourself. Okay? This is about focusing more on your personal growth, your spiritual growth, the evolution of the soul. Watch who you become at the end of the day, Cancer, when you tend to your garden, when you see the magic within yourself, and you see the magic in how God works with you to become the person that you were meant to be. Big things grow from something small. It's like if you look at oak trees, like this is kind of funny because I was observing the trees on my parents' front lawn. My parents have been here since the 80s, okay? And I remember as a child, the roots to those trees on my front lawn were not as big. The height of those trees, they were not as massive as they are now. And coming back here after all this time, even though I come to my parents' house every now and again for holidays and vacations and things, but I really have had the time to observe how much nature has changed in my neighborhood. And just about, I was looking literally today before I did this reading, the roots of some of the trees on my parents' front yard. That's magical. It's amazing because as a child, those roots were not that massive. Those trees were not that big. So there's something about also looking at the magic in the universe, but more in nature, about how nature works, of how something could be so small from one seed that gets planted and it grows into this massive tree. And over time, the trees get taller, the roots get stronger, more of them sprout out. It's a fascinating thing. This is the same thing about you, Cancer. When you look at how far you've come, looking at how much you've grown over time, and who you are now compared to who you used to be. It's what I have done every now and again. And I look back even like last week or a year from now or a year ago, how so many things have changed, and we're always here to grow. It never stops. There's magic in that too within us with regards to our growth, as well as looking at the magic in nature and seeing how those trees become that massive when they used to be these little saplings, right? Plants also provide oxygen for us, for animals. Plants provide food. They provide shelter, shade, right? There's magic in all of these things. There's magic all around you. But what Spirit is asking you, Cancer, is to look more into nature and observe it. There's also something about doing that that gives you a sense of peace. I do it as often as I can, especially when I was in Maryland doing hiking and doing the trails and watching the animals that would show up on a trail hike. Even here now, I'm seeing all these different lizards. I saw ibises today right in front of my parents' house. Look at the magic in nature. It brings you to a state of balance. It brings you peace. All right? It helps to balance those emotions. And also with that creation. Now I'm getting another message about God's creation. There's some strong message, Cancer, about observing God's creation and look at the beauty and the magic in that. You may very well get a huge intuitive hit when you connect with nature, when you observe nature in that way. It has worked for me every single time. Be true to your emotions. Start trusting those intuitive hits you're getting about creating something. Maybe for somebody here, you want to work more with plants, or you want to have a greenery or a nursery. Okay? You want to do something different with plants. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone. And again, without water, we perish. Without water, we can't have those plants. But there is some strong message about nourishing yourself too, Cancer. Okay? And without this water either, there's an imbalance. Okay? It's so funny because I haven't used these cards in a very long time. I don't think I've ever used them for readings, but I was guided to do them. And there's magic in this deck. It's the Elemental Oracle if you guys are curious. Okay. All right. Let's see what you need to focus on. What does Cancer need to focus on at this time? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What guidance do we have? I'm sorry, what does the Cancer need to focus on? Ace of Rods and the Ten of Swords. Okay, look at the growth with this branch. It's not a coincidence. Look, it is very similar to what is growing on this antler, on the antlers of this animal here. Look at that synchronicity. How fantastic is this? And look what's at the bottom of the deck, guys. It's a Sagittarius energy. You might even be dealing with Sagittarius, but you probably might not be. Don't get hung up on that. Somebody that's going to resonate with. Don't mind me, I got a cough drop in my mouth. Trying to get rid of this damn thing, but I'm going to have to submerge myself into the ocean to get cleared out or something. Anyway, it's nothing. It's just a lingering cough when I got sick 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. But anyway, balance. Balancing your emotions. Finding what works for you to bring you to a state of peace. This is harmony. Balance. Okay? Start figuring out how you're going to water your plants. Okay? But there's a strong energy about being out in nature and observing the magic in everything to help you to get you to a state of peace. Some of you may very well be stressed out because some of you are not going with the flow. There's something about your emotions. I talk about your emotions are running high and you're trying to have a hard time trying to balance your life out. But this is about starting with you first. You got to water your garden. You got to take care of your emotions and not allow anyone to disrupt that. This is the energy of not allowing anyone to disrupt your inner peace, Cancer. Okay? It's time to find some balance in your life. This is a major theme here for what you need to focus on, because when you do that, also when you find purpose In the pain, purpose in the suffering, purpose in your life, it gives you that ability to grow. Ace of Rods, Ace of Wands is also about creativity. Creating the life that you want. This is the alchemist. You're going to take your cups here. This is masculine, feminine energy. This is also, you guys need to work on balancing masculine and feminine. Some of you are overly feminine. Some of you are overly masculine. You got to find a balance here. But here, this is you going to Chem Lab. You have your pipette, you have your beaker, you have your Bunsen burner, all this stuff, right? You're about to go create something. And you're going to figure out how much liquid of this are you going to use, how much liquid of that you're going to use. And you're going to test it out. What works? You're trying to find the magical elixir of life. Okay? It's different for everybody. All the cancers that are here, every Cancer that's watching this is going to find a different way on how to balance their life by finding their magical elixir of life. How much of one liquid they're going to use from this flask compared to how much liquid they're going to use from that flask, and pour it into the beaker and do whatever you need to do with it. Or you use the pipette and do little drops into the beaker of each type of liquid that has each type of flask that has a liquid in it. Obviously, this is not telling you to go to a chem lab and do that, right? You're going to figure out what makes you feel at peace. It's time to do that now. It's time to find that magic within you to help you to get to a state of peace and balance and harmony, tranquility. Look at this. Their eyes are closed. Also, with that wreath over her head, that's connecting with nature too, to find balance. There's always a balance with all the elements, right? This is time for you to find a balance, but more like emotional for a lot of you. Help you grow. Start tapping into things that light you up. Your purpose involves creation. Some of you are very gifted with something. It's time for you to create, whether it's tangible things like, I don't know, I talked about a nursery, or creating arrangements with plants or flowers or something like that. Something with music, because water energy is about music. It's about the arts. Okay? Painting, drawing, whatever other artwork. Mosaic, I'm hearing. Mosaic tiles. Some of you guys, you love creating things and you're not really doing much of that in your life. Okay? Some of you are staying in these, like, it's something about a 9-to-5 job where you are going out there and like, well, I am good at this, but I don't love it. I'm not passionate about it. I'm not necessarily creating anything. It's time for you to get inspired and start doing that, something that really lights you up, Cancer. Because there's heavy energy here with this Ten of Swords. Like, this threw me off, okay? No joke. I talked about finding the pain and purpose in the suffering, right? You getting to a state of flow. Be in the flow. Water energy. Just go where the water takes you. But be careful if you're going to go off a cliff. But you know what I mean, right? This could be the cliff energy. You got to stop feeling like a victim, Cancer. This tends to come up in your readings every now and again. Okay? You got to get out of victim mode. You got to learn how to be the victor, not the victim. There may have been a lot of people who have been betraying you, stabbing you in the back. This could also be overkill for you. I said, there's something about a job here for some of you, or you're in a certain situation where you're doing too much and it's like completely overdoing it. It's like, I'm done, dead, your energies are expended. You're emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically depleted. You are on the ground. Some of you, okay? You got to learn how to get back up. You can't be pointing the finger at everybody for your pain and your suffering. There's no blame here. When you do that, you give your power away and you put yourself in a corner and you have victim written all over your forehead. You have to understand you are a divine being. We have temperance here. This is Archangel Gabriel, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? You've got to find some peace here. You got to stop giving your power away, Cancer. You got to stop giving all your time, energy, maybe even emotions, because some of you are driven by that. And I understand you guys have this beautiful, loving, nurturing nature about you, and it's wonderful, Cancer. But remember, when it comes to astrology and you're blaming your this on your zodiac sign, I'm getting that all of a sudden. Well, I'm a Cancer and I can't do anything about it, and woe is me, and I don't know how to balance my emotions, but I'm giving. I love to love. I love to give. I love to nurture. I love to take care of people. Some of you are nurses, I just got. There's nothing wrong with that, Cancer, but when you get to 10 of Swords, you're not balancing yourself out. So if whoever's blaming their zodiac sign on you getting into this pain and suffering, hitting rock bottom, being completely depleted of all energies, it's because you are overdoing it. There's a dark side and a light side to every freaking zodiac sign. And if somebody here is blaming the fact that you're a Cancer, whoever needs to hear this, you got to stop doing that. It is not an excuse. You've got to find some middle ground here, Cancer. You've got to find some balance. You're allowing other people to destroy your inner peace. You give your power away when you do this. It's like I'm hearing nobody puts baby in a corner. You're allowing people to put you in a corner, Cancer. Some of you you want something new. You want a fresh start because it's like, I'm done. I can't, I feel so depleted. Check yourself before you wreck yourself is what I just heard. You need to really check on your emotions. You really got to get more into a state of peace, balance, and flow. All right. This is also about nurturing yourself first. That's why I was talking about you got to water your plants. Some of you could very well be watering other people's plants and you're neglecting your own garden. Okay. Which is causing you to be this. And for those of you who are blaming your zodiac sign, you got to stop doing that. It's like me being a Gemini sun. I can be like, oh, I had such a big problem with overthinking and second guessing myself. I could totally put blame on that. Oh, well, I can't make decisions because I'm a Gemini sun. You are copping out. You are making an excuse when you do that. Stop blaming everybody else for your pain and your suffering and your misgivings. You need to be accountable. You have to be the one to put up those barriers. Like 9 of Wands, standing up for yourself, 7 of Wands, like set boundaries to protect your energies, Cancer. It's time for you to stop putting energy into things that are making you feel like this, dead in the water. Your fresh start is going to happen when you do something about it, when you balance your life out. Okay. When you water your plants, not other people's plants. You guys are smart enough to know what I'm talking about. Do what inspires you. Do what lights you up. It's time to create. It's time to grow. You have the ability to do this. Man, my cough drop finishes and all of a sudden I start coughing again. I am getting another message for like a couple of you. I'm hearing the worst is over.
You may have hit rock bottom, Cancer. This is the final chapter. Whatever struggles, whatever strife, whatever difficulties in life's experiences that hit you one after the other, because you said, how can this get any worse? Where is my breakthrough? Where is my new beginning? Because you've gone through the ringer. Because you've been able to elevate yourself above that pain and suffering. God is now bringing you salvation. He's bringing you this new beginning here. Because you've grown a lot. You stopped blaming things on God. You stopped blaming everything on everybody else, saying, why me? Why me? Why does this have to happen? Why do I keep being betrayed? Why do I keep being backstabbed? Why are people doing this to me, doing that, whatever? Why am I having such a hard life? Some of you stopped complaining. And you understood the purpose in your pain and your suffering. You let go of the victim mentality. You said to yourself, okay, I know that it cannot get any worse. There's got to be an ending here. There's got to be a breakthrough. This is endings and new beginnings. The worst is now over for whatever difficulties you guys are going through. Because you have watered your plants. You balanced yourself out. You didn't allow all these difficult experiences in life to disrupt your inner peace. You maintained balance here. You stayed in the flow. You knew that even though shit was hitting the fan, you're like, there's a reason for this. I'm going to stay in the flow. I'm going to connect with my angels. I'm going to connect with God. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to recalibrate my energies. I'm going to make sure that my energies are balanced. My emotions are balanced. There's something here about patience. Patience is going to be greatly rewarded for you, Cancer. Because you found what inspires you. You started to focus on what lit you up to get you over these very difficult hardships here, in all senses of the word. You grew from the pain and suffering. You became stronger and more resilient because of all of these difficulties that you went through in life, and you stopped blaming everyone for everything and whatever. You erased the victim word from your forehead. You kept your head above water, even when everything was falling apart. Even though it was difficult, even though it was painful, it was a big struggle. It's done. For those of you you didn't allow all this stuff to destroy your inner peace, you're being greatly rewarded, because even with everything going on, you maintained your patience and you trusted in what God is doing in your life. You grew a lot from all of these difficult life's experiences. I'm hearing somebody paid off their karma. And you tapped into whatever creative abilities God blessed you with, your talents, and you utilized them in life to get you over that. You've grown quite a bit, Cancer. And because of that, whatever other challenges you face in life, it's not going to faze you. Whatever difficulties and challenges you've been through, this is like rock bottom. Serious hardships here. Whatever you just went through, Cancer, you're coming out the other side victorious. There's a new beginning here for sure. This is not happening ever again. You let God bring you to the brink of collapse so that you can emerge anew with this growth here. You found the purpose in the pain. And now God, because it's an ace of rods here, an ace of wands, God is giving you a fresh new start. It's a clean slate. It's a new beginning. And what's happening here is that because you've grown so much, Cancer, there's going to be a lot more abundance, a lot more fertility here. There's going to be a lot more, I'm hearing clear air, clean water, a lot more of fertile ground that you're going to build or grow more from. There's an exciting opportunity that's going to be presented to you. God's blessing you with something completely new here. And it's coming with abundance. Divine timing. Perfect orchestration is now complete for somebody here. It's now time for you to have this new beginning, because all that crap that you've went through, it's done. It's over. You won't have to go through that ever again. You've learned some serious life lessons as well by going through this stuff. So congratulations, whoever that's for. What does Cancer need to avoid? Holy Spirit, thank you. Wow, we've got a lot of air, guys. This is just Eight of Swords. I said you're giving your power away. Stop giving your power away, Cancer. Take back your power. It's up to you. You people, some of you Cancerians, you feel stuck. There's no way out. I can't get out of this predicament. You're overthinking this shit out of this because you think it's like, I'm done, I'm doom and gloom. It's like I'm dead. There's no way out. How can it get any worse? It's because you have paralyzing fear to make that decision to leave, to get out of that job, to get out of that relationship. This could even be a betrayal in a marriage, in a relationship, or a divorce. Okay? Or you're contemplating divorce. You're like, I can't. I don't have a way out. You always have a way out, Cancer. God will show you the way out. It's the Ace of Wands right there. God is giving you an excellent opportunity. For some of you, this is a job-related thing. I heard about nurses or something. God's giving you a new career opportunity. He's giving you a fresh start to do something different. This is a new career, guys. So something completely different where you're going to grow, learn, and evolve. But this is also mainly about you utilizing your creative talents and the gifts that God gave you. You're going to feel so much more at peace. It's not even funny. It's why I was led to do this work. I get to do my readings on my own time. I got to make sure my energy is on point before I go through these, because if you guys watch me, these last for a long time. I wouldn't be able to channel in the manner that I do if I wasn't temperance, if I didn't have my life balance, okay? I ran errands earlier today before doing my readings. I wasn't stressing out. God was like, go do what you need to do. Go take it easy, and you get this done when you get this done. I'm not on my 9 to 5 anymore where I have to worry about a commute, where I have to worry about picking my son up on time, dropping him off on time, and all of these other things, and dealing with the shit at work and all of everything else that I had to do as a single mom, right? I was pulled out of that by God, and God gave me that opportunity to say, hey, Jess, why don't you go do what lights you up? Do what gets you excited, what you're passionate about. And I loved doing this. I love helping people. I love to teach. And I was like, what, really? Is this going to work for me? I haven't been so peaceful in life. It's the most amazing blessing that I could have ever been given by God to have incredible peace in my life. No stress whatsoever. That is something that you guys, some of you are taking for granted. Okay? Some of you are not even seeing that. You're doubting the fact that if you start your own business or you start utilizing your creative talents, doing something, a new career, that you're going to be without. that you'll hit rock bottom again or something like that. Or it's going to be a repetitive cycle with regards to you feeling depleted. Now, keep in mind, like when I talked about the work that I do, I have to make sure I don't deplete myself. You got to find a balance. It's up to you to get out of these very dark energies, Cancer. God is giving you the opportunity. It's time for you to take it. There's magic here. This is the ability to manifest anything. When your energies are tanking, Cancer, you can't manifest much of anything because your vibration's too low. You're too far up in your head. I talked about head-heart balance. Some of you, your emotions are getting the best of you, and it's kind of like it's also causing your mind to run amok. It's like you have all these scattered thoughts. You feel trapped. You feel like you can't do anything about it. You can. You're afraid to see the truth about something, and that could very well be about the decision that you know you need to make with regards to changing your career or starting something new or doing something different with your life. Some of you may be dealing with a crisis. Or maybe your job entails a crisis after crisis after crisis. Do you want to live your life like that, Cancer? God did not intend for anyone to live a life full of crises or to be stressed out. You've really got to learn to meditate more. I talked about meditation, maybe doing yoga or something to get yourself into balance here, because these energies are keeping you trapped. It's like you put yourself in your own prison. I talked about don't put baby in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner with the what the hell movie is that? What is it, guys? I see Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze. Dirty Dancing. Thank you, whoever said that. Okay? You guys are you're allowing people to put you in a corner, to put you in this trap. But here's the thing. You put yourself in your own trap. Okay? This is self-entrapment. Your mind caused you to get to this state, Cancer. You got to find your way out. There is a way because the path is clear. God's already giving you the way out. You're one sword away from the 9 of Swords, but you guys jump to the 10 because it's here. This is up to you to get out of this situation. You have all the power in the world to do it. God is giving you the go-ahead. He's giving you the courage. He's giving you the confidence. You're getting intuitive hits about something. Trust in that. God's opening the door. You just got to walk through it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop overthinking this. Your intuition's on point. So there's a marriage here. Okay. Somebody may have been betrayed or backstabbed in a marriage. Infidelity, perhaps. I get that. I did get that energy for Capricorn, I believe. Yeah. See, look who's underneath the Hierophant. Justice. There's something legal here. There's something about a divorce for some of you. Or you're contemplating divorce. Or you still haven't gotten over a divorce. I keep hearing self-fulfilling prophecies. God is the way out. This is exactly what I said. You got to follow your divine guidance. Some of you did not follow the guidance of a spiritual leader, a spiritual teacher, a psychic, someone very wise, someone very closely connected to God. Some of you could have very well had an excellent leader here, a mentor, and you didn't heed their guidance, or you also didn't heed the guidance of God, your angels, your ancestors. You didn't listen to your intuition, which caused you to be stuck in this situation. You guys put yourself into this crisis, for some of you, because you didn't heed the guidance that was given to you. Some of you, you got to own up to your responsibilities here. You got to be accountable. I talked about you're not a victim. You put yourself there. You gave your power away. You focused on the things that were not conducive to your well-being. Again, you didn't water your plants. You watered other people's plants, because some of you didn't follow your divine guidance. You didn't listen to God or some spiritual teacher, some mentor, some spiritual leader. Someone who doesn't conform to society, maybe a Taurus, I don't know. Someone who has created their own belief system based on what God has told them. And God has given them the ability to teach others based on what God has told them. Okay? This is programming. It's conditioning. Some of you are conditioned to believe that you're always a victim. This could very well go back to what I talked about, blaming your zodiac sign. Oh, well, Cancers, they love people, and there's nothing they can do about it. Oh, stay the nurturing person that you are. Yes, Cancer, keep that about yourself. That's who you are. But some of you are overdoing it to the point of pure exhaustion and depletion. You are dead in the water. You can't do anything else, let alone take care of anybody else, especially not taking care of yourself. This could very well be following what everybody else does. Doing what everybody else does. You were not meant to do what everybody else does, Cancer. And you ran yourself into a hole that you have to get out of on your own. But who's going to help you with this is God. Have faith in this, because God's going to get you out. But you've got to ask for that help from Him. You want some freedom from this. You could have been in a marriage, or you are in a marriage now, where somebody cheated on you, they betrayed you, or whatever this is. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. What do I do? Some of you are afraid to get divorced, if this is a divorce thing, because of your religious beliefs. Believe me when I say, Cancer, if you haven't heard me say this before, and I believe I've said it in a reading before a long time ago for you guys, I was married by the Catholic Church. I grew up Catholic. I did all the Catholic sacraments, okay? But I was led to believe that when I was told by God Himself, Jess, this is not a divine marriage. This is not your God-ordained spouse. You should not be treated in this way. You should not be acting this way, whatever, because we both were in the wrong. And I was like, I was depleted. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I felt stuck. I don't want to be in this. And this is no knock to my ex-husband at all, because it had to happen that way for me to learn a lot of lessons. For me to be closer to God, to understand what the true meaning of life was. God didn't want me to be in this horrible, relationship, this marriage. And I went to God about it. I prayed, and He said, Jess, it's okay to get divorced. I'm not going to condemn you. You're not going to hell. It's not a sin, okay? That's exactly what He told me, and that this is my belief, okay? You can believe whatever you want, but if you're watching this, this is giving you encouragement to go to God to ask you about this if this is a divorce marriage related thing. Let me tell you, it was the best decision I ever made, because I am so much closer to God than I ever was, and I went to church practically every Sunday for decades. I don't do that anymore, but I connect with Him for at least 2 hours every morning. And when I go to bed, I try to remember to thank Him again at the end of the day. He leads me all day, every day. This is the only thing that I go to for everything first. God helped me get out of my situation. And guess what? When I talked about being at peace, I've been at peace ever since. Even more so when I left my career, when I left my 9-to-5 job. I found tranquility in my life. I'm now in the flow. I am completely content. I have no stress in my life whatsoever. And when it starts to creep in, I know exactly how to handle it. And I pray to God to take whatever onset of that is away. Okay? You've got to stop giving your power away. Let God help you with this. There's something about the status quo that is affecting some of you. This is a challenge. Your beliefs about marriage, about religion, traditions. Some of you need to break free from those traditions. Some of you really need to go to God and say, especially if this is a divorce here, what does God tell you about it? Go to Him. Him. Don't go to a priest. And I know this might be a little bit challenging for some of you to hear. This is a big challenge for some of you. Because you feel like you're questioning God, or you feel like you're going to betray God. You are not. My life would be in total shambles if I wasn't listening to what God was telling me. I went to Him first. I went straight to the source of all creation, and that is God. He's the one who can destroy things. He's the one who creates things. Okay? Seek ye first the kingdom of God is what I just heard. If this is about a career or a job that you say you're afraid to leave, you're doubting this new opportunity God's presenting you, because God's right here. You got to stop conforming to the status quo. All right? Make those unconventional life choices. Do what God has asked you to do. Not man, not society. Not some institution, not some sort of religious belief or tradition or something like that. You've got to break free from those patterns. There's false beliefs here that you're continuing to follow. It's time to let those crumble, okay? I can freaking talk for all days about this stuff, and I haven't even clarified the cards yet. Where are we? Ace of Rods and Ten of Swords, Holy Spirit. Why are they here? Please and thank you. Can you please clarify the Ace of Rods and the Ten of Swords? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, support, and your clarity. So with that air element, too much overthinking, guys. It's running you to the ground, okay? You really got to trust your intuition and believe in what your intuition is telling you. You are meant to create stuff in this lifetime. Ace of Rods and Ten of Swords, Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Well, Justice card comes up. Wow. We have two majors. We have Justice and the High Priestess. There's Libra and Pisces here. You may be dealing with those signs. We did see Taurus and Sagittarius, but please don't get hung up on those. Justice of the Peace is what I heard. Going back to those who the worst is over now. God's giving you a fresh new start here because of how you were able to handle all these difficult hardships in life. You took back your power. You did something about this. You didn't conform to society, and you followed what God was telling you to do with regards to following what lights you up, what sparks you, creative talents, creative abilities. Okay, so God's bringing you something beautiful here. It's like a big blessing from God. For those of you who have overcome this
difficulty in life. You made those unconventional life choices. You went to God first for everything. But there's also something here that some reward that's coming here. A fresh new start may very well be with someone who God has ordained for you. There's marriage here. There's commitment. A solid, stable commitment is coming to some of you, because some of you have been divorced. And you listened to God about that. You weren't afraid to get divorced with your person because of your religion. It's exactly what happened to me. I listened to what God told me to do, and God was giving me an even better life. Because what God is now also doing for you guys, He is going to bless you with a divine marriage, a true divine marriage with your kingdom spouse, with your God-ordained spouse, the person that God chose for you. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be harmonious. It's going to be solid and stable. Someone who's going to be very committed to you, but who also has God in their lives as well, just like you do. Okay? I talked about karmic payout, right? Paying off your karmic debt. There it is right there. Some of you have paid off your karmic debt because you trusted your divine guidance and you followed it. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. We have a power couple here. Your counterpart, where you guys are very connected to God and your mission is God-based. Okay? You're going to be teaching others, mentoring others about unconditional love and forgiveness and acceptance and putting God first in your life, okay? So some of you, there is a union here, counterparts who are very, very powerful people. You are going to be some powerful spiritual leaders in the future. Life's lessons. Bringing justice, peace, balance, and harmony to others, okay? You have understood the consequences of your actions. All of that karma that hit you hard, you have now seen the error of your ways. And you said to yourself, well, God, okay, I got to get myself out of this. What do I need to do? And God is showing you everything that's been led up to now. He can make a new beginning for you. All of that struggle, all that strife, all those difficulties are now over. Because you got your karma and you paid it off. Justice will be restored. What you have lost will be restored. Whatever, like you lost a marriage, right? Oh my God. When I really start speaking about truth here and things like that, guys, that's when this goes on overdrive. You trusted and followed your intuition. You followed your divine guidance. You followed God's plan, not your plan. And now God is restoring everything that you have lost. The marriage that ended in divorce, the possessions that you've lost, the home that you lost, the car that you lost, whatever this is. God is restoring it. Because the karma has been paid. You may have carried on family members' karma too. All right? With family members, ancestors who were like run to the ground in a marriage. It wasn't balanced. It wasn't fair. And they felt stuck. They felt like there was no way out. And you got into a marriage that was like that. But you broke free. You took it upon yourself to leave because you knew that it was not fully blessed by God Himself. This may be difficult for some of you to hear. But if you get married by a priest or some religious leader, it does not mean that your marriage is blessed. Because if God didn't pick that person, if he didn't bring you two together, if both of you weren't in alignment with God before you got married, that wasn't your kingdom spouse. Which is why God had to end it with a divorce. It's what happened to me. But I learned a lot of lessons in that marriage. Life's lessons. Some of you are learning a lot of life's lessons with whatever this, if it's a marriage, it's that. If it's your job, it's that. Take it how it resonates. But be honest with yourself. This is about seeing the truth in the situation. Some of you don't want to see it. It's exactly what I said. You're putting the blindfold on. You're putting blinders on. I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it. But if you want your life to be more at peace, more balanced here, there's balance again. You need to do something about it. God has been telling you over and over again what to do with the situation, Cancer. It's time to listen. The water card, intuition. Okay? Following your divine guidance. Now, I did say a psychic. I did say, I believe, a tarot reader who's more spiritual than fortune telling. This is exactly me. I teach by utilizing this tool. I inspire. My goal is to get people closer to God. That's what my mission is. That's what my life's purpose is. And to help you guys get there. There's someone who's very spiritually gifted, very psychic, very intuitive. And I did get something about some of you didn't follow your divine guidance. You didn't listen to a psychic, a tarot reader, some religious leader, not religious leader, I'm sorry, spiritual leader, mentor, who's very gifted, who's very psychic, very intuitive. They were teaching you lessons to learn. They were trying to get you to avoid your karma, and some of you just didn't listen to that guidance. Whether it's the guidance from your guides, your angels, your team, and or the guidance from somebody that you know who is helping you, who is teaching you, who is doing the righteous and just thing, because that's what that person's all about. Bring more balance into your life. Do what is right for you. Some of you are being asked to use your creativity, your talent. You have a God-given talent with being a psychic, with being a tarot reader, or whatever. And some of you are like, I don't know about that because it goes against my religion. I am a huge example of that, Cancer. I told you I grew up Catholic. Do you know how hard it was? And other people were like, what the hell are you doing? Especially with my parents, who are super Catholic. But here's the thing. You've got to listen to what God is telling you to do with your life. You have a mission to be a tarot reader, a psychic, a spiritual leader, whatever this is you're being called to do. Let go of those religious beliefs. Talk to God about what it is you're supposed to be doing in your life. It's exactly what I did. He freaking led me to this stuff. I still don't know exactly how. I know how I got here, but sometimes it's still a mystery to me with that High Priestess card as to how I was led here. But God did it for me, and God has changed my life in so many ways. And I cannot be any more thankful because I fully stepped into my power by doing this. He helped me to bring a lot of peace in my life. But of course, I had to get out of my situation. I had to trust in God. I had to stop doubting myself. I had to stop overthinking and freaking out. Am I really supposed to do this? God, is this really what you're leading me to do? And it's exactly what he's doing, because I am utilizing tarot in a very different way than other people do. I do not fortune tell. This is not what tarot is supposed to be used for. I'm supposed to be a trailblazer in this,
to get you and other people to understand what is this is supposed to be used for. It's spiritual growth. It's to get you closer to God. It's supposed to get you to be one with him and understand what the true meaning of life is and understand what your true purpose in this earthly plane is. It's time for you to do what is right for you. Okay? Bottom of the deck is the 8 of coins. You need to put in the work. Achieve self-mastery here. Stay dedicated and committed to what God is bringing you. Spiritual growth takes a lot of work, guys. Finding balance and peace and tranquility in your life takes a lot of work. You got to stay committed to it. You got to keep at it. Dedication to the craft, as they say. This is achieving spiritual mastery, but a lot of hard work has to be put into this. A lot of this also has to talk about following your dharma, understanding that when you are immersed in your life's purpose, you forget about time, space, everything. You get into your own world and you start to teach, you start to help others grow. You start to see that you are the thread in that tapestry. This is not about you, Cancer. This is about the collective. And you have an integral part in helping the collective to raise their vibration, to grow, learn, and evolve. Okay? Some of you are repeating the same cycles over and over again. You're not learning from your mistakes, which is it's causing the 10 of Swords. It's causing you to be run into the ground. Depletion of energies. When I talk about work for some of you guys, in those jobs where you're giving too much of yourself, it's work related for others of you. I see this clock. There's something about shifts here. Taking other people's shifts, working double shifts, working 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 2 jobs. Is that really what you want to do with your life, Cancer, for whoever's resonating with that part? Are you running yourself into the ground? Is this necessary? Do you feel a complete peace by working all these jobs or working those double shifts or continuing to work the night shift and not giving yourself any downtime during the day or something like that? Think about this. There's a lot to think about here, Cancer. Who's yawning? See, I yawn because somebody's tired. Like dead tired. You haven't slept in days for some of you. And it's due to overworking yourself at a job. 8 of Swords. Holy Spirit. Archangels, Galactic Feelings, Plated Series. Please clarify the 8 of Swords. My gosh, it's like something doesn't want me to get this message out. I'm getting it out regardless. Hermit. 8 of Swords. Look at all the major arcana coming out. Queen of Swords and 4 of Wands. Lack of instability because you're trying to control too much. You're very demanding. Nope, I got to do it my way. It's my way or the highway. You're thinking that there's only one way to bring about peace in your life, to bring about abundance, to bring about whatever it is that you're seeking. You can even be dealing with a very controlling boss, a feminine energy. Either you're the demanding one, you're the controlling one, or you're dealing with somebody who's very demanding. Could be at a job. I need you to do this. No, you have to do it my way. Nope, you can't take a break. Nope, you can't do this. If you're dealing with somebody who's dictating your life, Cancer, I highly recommend that you get away from this energy. It's not helping you at all. There's something about family obligations because of the 4 of Wands. Something about the home. Okay? You could have a very
demanding boss who doesn't allow you to take time off to take care of your family, to spend time with the family. This is also vacation too. Celebrations, having fun, maybe even going to weddings, going to engagement parties, whatever this is. Somebody gives you shit for attending these things, or maybe you were avoiding the situation because you take all this time off to go party, to go to these weddings, to go to these celebrations, whatever this is, to go on vacation. And then you come back and you work your ass off. There's an imbalance here. Maybe you're working an incredible amount of hours to get the time off. That's no way to live, Cancer. Whoever needs to hear that. Okay? And then you have a boss who's very demanding. Nope. Well, you took all this time off, Cancer, so now I need you to do double shifts. No. Nobody controls your life. Nobody controls it. Some of you are giving power away to somebody else. Could very well be a boss. Could even be a mother figure. Eight of Swords again. Clarifying the Eight of Swords with the rest of this. You feel stuck. I don't want to deal with this boss. I'm afraid what she's going to do. Whatever. I'm afraid to speak my piece. Hermit, paralyzing fear. Paralyzing fear. You're feeling paranoid. It's wreaking havoc on your brain, on your emotional body, your physical body, all of that stuff, Cancer. This is not healthy. You are in beyond paranoia here with the Eight of Swords twice and the Hermit here. You're afraid of what this queen might do to you. Nobody can do shit to you, Cancer. No one. You need to go to God about this. You need to pray to God. God is going to help you with this. Ask God, your guides, your angels for help. They're waiting for you to ask. They cannot help you if you don't ask, Cancer. There's also somebody here, others of you, you're the demanding, controlling one. You're juggling too many things. You're doing everything in the home, with the family, with children. You take care of the home. You take care of the kids. You do everything. Because you're afraid that you might not be needed later. There's a fear of not being loved or not being wanted, not being needed. That is a thing that some of you really need to work on. Okay? You should not be expending your energies because of that. There is an abandonment fear here from childhood. There's something here. Maybe if you've been in a divorce, you are overdoing it with your kids, the home, because you're afraid that they will leave you too, or they won't appreciate you, or they'll walk away. There's something for somebody stemming from a divorce. You're overdoing it. You're juggling too many things because you're afraid of the home falling apart, the family falling apart even more, even though you've already gone through the divorce, because you don't want that to happen again. Some of you may very well be afraid of commitment again because you were divorced before. But your intuition is telling you this is the right thing. This is your God-ordained spouse. This is your person. Because I talked about a union here. The counterparts showed up with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Let me put that out there. They're right there. You may be afraid that this marriage to your counterpart is going to end up in divorcing, and that's for somebody else to hear. That's not the case, because what did I say? What God created cannot be destroyed. And nobody can interfere with that marriage either, that God-ordained marriage, okay? It's different than the marriage you had before. So it could be a fear of getting married again, because this is a marriage card. Maybe a fear of moving in with this person, because you're afraid that your person is going to be controlling. Or if you're the one being afraid of marrying your counterpart, you're afraid that your counterpart is going to be controlling. I don't see that, because you're all up in your head about it. Some of you are afraid that history is going to repeat itself based on your previous marriage.
If God brought you together and you know this deep within your heart, this is not going to happen. The divorce won't repeat itself. This type of imbalance, family discord, difficulty in a home, in a marriage, in a family, it's not going to repeat itself. This is divorce. Again, for some of you, there's a strong divorce energy here. If you haven't healed from the divorce yet, Cancer, it's time for you to do that now. Grow from it. Don't put yourself further back into a victim mentality, because that is not you. You're a child of God. Faith over fear. Cancer. If you don't start to learn to have faith over fear and trusting what God wants to do in your life, this crisis, this very heavy energy could very well get even worse. Okay? You need to be the one to break free of this. And going to God is your answer. Stop having all of this paralyzing fear. It's exponential. Stop being afraid of what's going to happen to your family, your kids. If you're contemplating divorce, stop trying to do everything. Running yourself to the ground. Get the kids to delegate. The Queen of Wands delegates. She also has the ability to manifest very helpful people. Some of you have that ability. That's a high manifestation card with the Ace of Rods, the ability to manifest anything. She has the ability to manifest helpful people, but some of you, your energies are way too low to be able to do that. You've got to give some leeway here. You got to stop trying to control and be very demanding and juggle all these things. There may be jealousy here for someone, okay? But for the others of you who are getting a breakthrough here, this fresh new start with your counterpart, this is the union between the Hierophant and the High Priestess. You guys have a very spiritually driven mission here. You guys are going to be incredibly powerful leaders. What I'm hearing is that you've been called by God to be an example of what a true divine couple is. Because you stood in your power. The others of you, you didn't dim your light even through all the difficulties. God was testing you to see how you were going to handle pressure, how you were going to handle hardships, how you were going to handle difficulties, and you passed the test. Because I said, no matter what happened, no matter what, when shit hit the fan, you stayed true to yourself. You didn't let anything or anyone dim your light. You were shining it bright for others to see. You've been an inspiration for others based on everything that you have gone through. You are an excellent, excellent spiritual leader. A lot of people look up to you. They really learn a lot from you. This, for others of you, this is what your purpose is going to be. Others of you, you're already in this energy. You're very charismatic. You're very unconditionally loving, but you also have this sternness to you because you have a lot of confidence and a lot of willpower and a lot of self-esteem, high self-esteem. You're very courageous. You don't care about what anybody thinks, says, or does. You stay in your power no matter what. And because you've done that, even through all the difficulty, you stopped doubting yourself. You stopped giving your power away. You took back your power. You stopped doubting your abilities, how incredible you are as a leader, because you spent a lot of time in isolation, spiritual growth. You mastered spiritual growth here. You did a lot of introspection. You saw the error in your ways. You said to yourself, I'm more powerful than I think I am. I have the ability to be an excellent leader.
you gained a lot of insight and awareness to your life's experiences. You isolated yourself from the rest of the world. God isolated you. He kept you away from more dark energy so that he can work on you and you can work on yourself. God does his greatest work in isolation. You do your greatest healing work in isolation. You grew tremendously even though God put you apart from everybody else. Even when God isolated you, kept you in a cave, he kept you in the dark for a reason. He kept you hidden away for a reason. Because you needed to fully become the person that God wanted you to be to prepare yourself for what is next. Nine of Coins, because you took care of yourself. You started a business with this, whatever purpose you had in life. You stood on your own 2 feet. You said, you know what? I can do this. I can do all things through Christ, right? You can do all things with God on your side all day, every day. And this is what some of you did. You became very abundant. You stepped into your power and you said to yourself, I'm not going to be fearful anymore because I know God is leading me in all things. Very confident, you know your worth. You stopped validating your worth outside of yourself. You started to focus more on your health, your well-being, your abundance. You're abundant in peace, abundant in health, abundant in money, abundant in whatever this is. There may be some of you who you have all the abundance in all areas of your life except for money. Okay? But God is changing that. Okay? There's something about some of you are not being single anymore. You found fulfillment on your own. You really honed your craft here. This is after the 8 of Wands. You saw what your purpose is in this life and you stuck to it. And it made you more confident. It made you more able. People flocked to you for your gifts, your talents. People, again, with that incredible light that you have about you, Cancer, people love what you do. They want more of it. They see you as an inspiration and they're like, I got to go to this 9 of Coins because she is amazing. Others of you, this is who you could be, who you're supposed to be. Standing on your own 2 feet, feeling self-fulfilled. Doing you. Taking care of you and living life on your own without anybody by your side except for God. You built something wonderful on your own. And you saw that you had everything that you needed to create this type of life. The others of you, there's jealousy. There's a serious work-life imbalance here. You are not taking care of yourself. You are giving too much to everyone and to everything. You got to understand your worth here, Cancer. And this has been a long theme. This has been a theme that has been showing up a lot in your readings for a while. You need to stand up for what you deserve. You are deserving of better. Do not settle for anything less than you deserve. Don't go for second best, like Madonna says in her Respect Yourself song. No. What is it called? You know what I mean. Express yourself. Thank you. Some of you are working too hard for free. You're undervaluing yourself. You got to find a balance here. You are more than enough, Cancer. You've always been more than enough. There's also something here about increasing your prices if you have a business, is what I just heard. Or if you have a business here and you're already doing your mission work, don't undervalue yourself. If you have high prices already, keep them.
If people say you're too expensive or you're too much or whatever, no. It's because you know your worth. And if you're worth $1,000 for something, then by all means charge $1,000 for whoever needs to hear this. If you need to increase your prices, do it. If you're hesitating on whether your prices are too high, this is for those of you who have businesses already, okay? No. Don't conform to what everybody else is setting their prices on. Because you are incredibly gifted. For those of you who have a lot of power, you're very inspirational. You teach the word of God through your work. Okay? You help others become the person they're meant to be. You help them to heal. You help them to grow. You help them to learn their life's lessons, to pay off their karma. If you are a very excellent leader who's a psychic and intuitive, okay, and you have an intuitive business or something, don't settle for second best. Don't lower your prices because every other tarot reader, spiritual leader, whatever, has these lower prices. Charge what you think you should charge, because some of you, you are a little bit elevated compared to those other people. I'm not saying, I'm not comparing that you're better than anybody else. Look what fell on the carpet, on the floor. Death card. Transformation. Putting an end to something. Phoenix rising from the ashes. If you're doing too much work for free, Cancer, you got to find more balance in that. Stop undervaluing yourself. You are more than enough. Know your worth. Know your power. Okay. Oh my God. But yeah, for somebody here who has a business, because the Queen of Wands is a business owner too. Utilizing your creative talents. Some of you are very gifted. God gave you some very serious spiritual gifts that a lot of people don't have, okay? You are very connected to God here. Very wise with that Hermit card. A lot of knowledge. Don't stoop down to other people's levels, especially if you're charging very low prices for your work. Don't do that. If you're contemplating and changing it, don't do that. You are not like most other spiritual leaders, whoever needs to hear this. And if you feel like you're doing too much for free, maybe you need to cut back on that. What guidance do we have for Cancer? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians. Who do you need to forgive? As you release old anger, resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Some of you are blocking your abundance. You may need to forgive somebody. Maybe you're having a hard time at a job or something, or you're a single parent and you're blaming your spouse because of the divorce. Don't be blaming people. You have the ability to overcome these hardships. New career, what did I say? Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. Somebody's mission may very well be changing too. It's part of your karmic payout. Because you did a lot of hard work here. And maybe people are undervaluing you, and God's like, okay, I'm taking you out of this. I'm going to put you in an even better position. This could very well, I've been getting a message of somebody's mission work is changing, their career even. Even if you're already a spiritual leader, whatever, spiritual teacher, there's something here where you're giving your all here. But people are still undervaluing you, and God is seeing this with all of these major arcana. God is making things right in your life here. Okay? By giving you a new career opportunity. He's telling you, okay, I'm going to elevate you. There's something about elevation here. I'm going to level you up because you've been doing what I've asked you, and you went through all the difficulties and hardships. You've lost a lot. You sacrificed a lot. And God's saying, but you stayed true to me. It's like you stayed true to God. And God is blessing you very significantly with something completely different. Okay? That's for some of you, not for all of you. Who do you need to forgive? This card indicates that your prayer will be answered as a release for yourself from the inability to offer forgiveness. While you may feel justified in your anger, the truth is that your resentment is only hurting you. The rage you're carrying is blocking your deepest desires. Go outside and ask the fairies and spirit of nature to clear your mind, body, and emotions of lower energies. You'll benefit enormously by making the decision to detoxify yourself of old anger and resentment. Forgive yourself and be clear of toxic guilt. Reduce judgmental thoughts about yourself or others. Send an apologetic note to someone. Stop identifying yourself as a victim and see yourself as powerful. See? Focus on the present instead of the past. See, that's a huge thing. Stop identifying yourself as a victim and see yourself as powerful. You are a powerful person. You can create the life that you want. Manifest the life that you want, but your energies are too low to be able to manifest. That's what I said. Okay? Focus on the present instead of the past. The fairies send this card in answer to your dreams and prayers about your career. The universe is responding to your spoken and silent desires to have a fulfilling and meaningful profession. This is a reminder to keep your thoughts positive and continue taking guided action steps such as getting additional education, networking with people in the industry you like to work in, updating and sending out your resume or marketing materials, and engaging in creative pursuits. Daily action combined with prayer opens career doors for you. Your business idea will be successful. Trust and follow your intuition about your career. Return to school or take classes to learn a new skill. Your financial situation is improving. You'll receive a promotion or a raise in salary. Heal an issue at your workplace so that you can move forward with your profession and your life. Oh my God. Look, picked up the deck. Patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience as there are unseen factors that need to occur first. I talked about having patience, did I not? All right, guys, let's get your wellness message. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wellness message for Cancer, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian, Sirians, thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Expressing love. Today I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and to wish them well. My love is infinite and it feels great to express it. Tune in. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down, to place my hands on my heart space and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want and I will honor however I am feeling. Some of you literally need to do more of this, okay? Present. In this present moment, I have nothing to worry about. I take life step by step as I follow my desires and intuition, joyfully overcoming any bumps along the way. When I live like this, I don't have to worry about the future. The better it gets. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, and I keep rising up. Stop staying dead in the water, Cancer. Look, there's the magic at the bottom of the deck. There is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. See? Let's see what's coming to you in love. What is coming to Cancer in love? Now remember, this is not just for romantic connections. Could be with family members, friends, yourself. What is coming to Cancer in love, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Photograph.
looking at your photos, missing you nostalgia, make new memories. Your person's missing you quite a bit. All right? They're looking at your pictures, looking at your text messages, videos, whatever they have of you. They're getting very nostalgic. All right? Somebody sees your power. They see you as a huge inspiration. There is commitment here. Somebody wants to have a fresh start with you. Their intuition keeps telling you you're the one. And it seems like somebody's going to take action here. They're going for it with the Ace of Rods. They've been trying to manifest this connection. All they need to do is take action. The Queen always goes for her heart's desires. She gets what she wants. Somebody here's about to speak the truth. They can't miss you anymore, Cancer. They keep thinking about all those memories they had of you, how happy they felt, how you inspired them to do better, to work on themselves. Okay, they may be telling you, thank you for helping me become a better person, type of thing. Sunglasses, watching, stalking, looking, gaslighting, perception, focusing on. They've been watching you. And you haven't noticed. Maybe they literally wear glasses and they're riding around following you or something like that. This is not this little stalker thingy, but I'm not getting negative energy with this because I don't see any of the cards here pertaining to that. Maybe somebody here is getting paranoid because they feel like they're being stalked. I don't know. Or somebody has been paranoid about you, wondering if you're single. Wondering if you're single still. And they've been watching you, looking up your social media, looking you up on Google, whatever this is, watching your channel, watching your Instagram. They keep tabs on you to see, is she still single? How is this incredible female, this incredible male, who is beyond powerful, who speaks their truth without even any second guessing, without doubting themselves. They're not afraid to speak their truth. There's somebody here, this person thinks you're absolutely very attractive. There's this sexiness to you. But they're like, how is this person this attractive, this intelligent, this brilliant, this psychic, this intuitive, this knowledgeable, this wise, all of this stuff. This person is like the whole package. It's the catch. And this person's like, how is she or he still single? And they've been looking at you from afar. They've been watching you, literally watching you online, on social media, my readings. Maybe there's somebody here who's watching me right now. And they're like, I miss that person. They're way more powerful, way more beautiful than I ever thought they could be. Because somebody here leveled up. You leveled up, Cancer. And your person misses you. They miss that energy that you have. The charisma, the power, the magnetism. You're very magnetic. There's nobody else like you. And this person's like, I need to make more memories with them. I can't sit here behind closed doors. I can't sit here behind these glasses. I can't continue to watch them and look at them all the time and focus out. Somebody here is like, they're going to do something here. Others of you, you're getting nostalgic about a marriage that didn't work well. You got to stand on your own 2 feet. You got to learn how to be happy on your own. Create your own abundance. Create your own beautiful life, guys. Stop reminiscing about the past. Stop stalking your ex for somebody. What does Cancer's person want to say to them? Oh, it's time for permanent union. Be prepared. That's for those of you who are ready. It's all here. You've manifested this, but you are going to be one super, super powerful couple. God is bringing you a new opportunity, and there's something with the career change that comes with this union too. This person wants to move in with you. They want to get married, get engaged, move family, blend families. buy a house together, okay? There's a union between the Hierophant and the High Priestess. You guys are super powerful people. It's time for this. I said that. Bottom of the deck. I'm dealing with a crisis that involves my kid or kids. See? Something with the family. Crisis is right here twice. I did say something about somebody was paranoid about marrying again because of what happened before. But your person knows intuitively, so do you, that this person was brought to you by God. This is a divine union. This marriage is not going to end up in divorce. The family is not going to be broken. When you blend families, the kids are going to get along. Everything's going to be balanced, harmonious, fine. Okay? Some of you, your person is dealing. There's an issue with their kids. Could be a legal matter because the Justice card is here. Okay? Something about stemming from a divorce, custody battles, child support. All right? That's what I'm getting. Wow, we are fully in alignment now for permanent harmonious sacred union. It's right underneath this. Somebody had to overcome a crisis involving their kid. Could have been a legal matter. The others of you, your person was worried about their kid because they want to marry you. They want a life with you. They want to blend the families if you have kids of your own. They want a new life with you. They want a fresh start, but they were worrying about the well-being of their kid. They were afraid that you were going to be a very demanding and controlling, temperamental, jealous person who has it their way or the highway. They thought you were going to be very temperamental. Because I'm getting is that they were afraid that you were going to be like their previous spouse. And they know intuitively that that's not the case. So they had to get over this paranoia. They had to get over this paralyzing fear of what was going to happen to their kid or kids when you guys got married, when you moved in together, okay? But that's not happening because this connection is bonded by God. God brought you two together for a reason. Okay? All right. I hope this helped you, Cancer. I really, really hope it did. If you want to book a reading with me or you want to set up for a Capella membership, you get a 14-day free trial. Go check out the description box below to click on the link to see what the memberships entail. Awesome, awesome stuff. Amazing people in my Capella circle. I'm doing a members only live. I'm doing a twin flame, a light counterpart circle group session tomorrow. Or if you watch this on Wednesday, it'll be today, Wednesday, around 9:30 p.m. It's for members only. If you are a twin, if you are a counterpart, this could very well help you deal with your journey. You get to meet other counterparts. We're going to talk about our own journeys and add support for each other. If you want to join in on that on Wednesday, by all means, sign up for a 14-day free trial and see how it works for you. It could very well benefit you, okay? Again, I'm offering 20% off all of my services. All of them. Go check out all the services that I offer. All right. You can even book multiple ones. You can use the coupon code as many times as you want until November 27th. Okay. And with booking your services months out, you can do that too. You can book them in advance. I've had clients who've done that. They take advantage of the discount and they book different services over the course of months. Okay. You can push it out as far as 6 months. All right. So there's that. The coupon code is holiday20. It's in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, check out my service suite. Go click on the join now button if you want to participate in it. Subscribe to a Capella membership and try out the 14-day free trial if you haven't already. If you already have a membership, you can easily upgrade and downgrade, right? If you haven't checked out the other tiers. All right. That concludes your reading, Cancer. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness. Story of